Update number 1. I got home about an hour ago and was reading the comments for about 15 minutes. I'll be answering questions at the end of this post. The talk with my wife went okay-ish. I asked her what was going on. My wife was hesitant as she didn't want to have this talk at all, but finally she said she hates cooking for my daughter. She said that it was too much to go out of her way, to constantly go out of her way to accommodate her, and how annoying it was to always make sure the food is cooked to a certain texture and seasoned to my daughter's liking. She then revealed that she stopped cooking food the way my daughter liked it because our son didn't like it. She then proceeded to say that my daughter just needs to grow up as it was only food and wouldn't kill her, and how her being picky was just too draining. I asked why she didn't have a sit down with our kids to make some sort of compromise, and she said her son's needs came before my daughter's. Again, the fact that this was all done behind OP's back tells you everything you need to know. She also revealed that she had straight up stopped buying more than half of my daughter's personalized grocery list because it was a waste of money and that our son needed the snacks that he wanted. I was dumbfounded and asked her if she was going to let my daughter go hungry, to which she responded by saying all she has to do is eat the food she cooked. I asked her what was draining about putting 1 or 2 pieces of plain chicken aside. She said that I wouldn't get it because I didn't cook for my daughter like she did. Which was true. I'm at work from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I only cook dinner on weekends, holidays, and holiday breaks. She apologized to me but suggested that I should convince my daughter to eat the food she doesn't like because it would make everyone's life easier. I then asked her if she would think the same thing if it was our son, and she didn't respond, which was answer enough. Yep. I don't know what to do now. If she's willing to let my daughter go hungry, how else would she be willing to neglect my daughter? What should I do now? Q&A. My daughter is in no way overweight, and she doesn't eat only junk food for vegetables. She eats carrots, lettuce, corn, asparagus, and cucumbers. For fruit, she eats watermelon, dragon fruit, apples, and mangoes. My daughter can, in fact, cook. The only reason she did not is because her fall break is coming up, and my wife didn't buy her entire grocery list, so she saved it. Which is honestly crazy because no kid should have to worry about how much food they can eat when they're hungry. My daughter told her bio mom, and she is upset and suggesting that my daughter goes to live with her. My daughter chooses who she spends the year with herself, and if she wants to go, I won't stop her because I don't want my daughter in a house she's being neglected in. Also, I do not in any way force my wife to cook for my daughter. In fact, she insists on cooking for her, and if she came to me and said she didn't want to cook for my daughter, I would understand and wake up early to fix her food for the day or switch my schedule around. My wife goes on 1 grocery run for the entire month, so if she isn't getting everything on my daughter's grocery list, of course my daughter's meals will be limited. I talked with my daughter and she isn't mad at my wife at all and is even pushing for me to forgive her. It's frustrating because my 16-year-old daughter is trying to fix our marriage while my wife basically said she could care less about my daughter. My daughter is also willing to go grocery shopping with my wife and pay for her own food, so there isn't any more conflict. Some people were saying she might have AFRID disorder, and I'm definitely going to look into it. Any advice on what course of action I should take with my wife? On one hand, I love her. On the other, I can fathom the idea of being with someone. On the other, I can't fathom the idea of being with someone who is willing to neglect my daughter.
Okay. Apparently, and we'll get into it more as the video goes on, there is a condition where food literally make you sick. It just literally make you sick. And I would understand it because it's maple nut for me. The maple nut candy is the smell, it's the taste. It just very rarely I have something that would turn my stomach, and that's it. Yesterday, we discussed in great detail about stop forcing your kids on every freaking thing that you could think of. And we was discussing keeping your mouth shut. Only spoke when you spoke it to and things like that. This is just another example of it. I can remember my mom saying, eat this. But you got to understand, I grew up poor as AF. So it was eat this or you going to be hungry because we don't have anything else. This is not that situation. This is a choice. But I want to even express one more thing that's really, really simple in all of these stories. All of these stories have the same example all the time. If you felt so strongly about how you wanted to handle the daughter, the son, the parent situation, and everything, then why do it behind your spouse's back? And that's always the telling truth that you know what you're doing is fucked up, but you ain't got the guts to. You never have the guts to go to the parent and explain, this is my situation. I need your help in it. I'm tired of this, that, and the other. Can we sit down and come to some type of conclusion? No, you took it upon yourself to go, screw her. I'm not doing it anymore. But I'm going to tell you right now, the most evil stepmom, because the word is going to come up in Dash's thing several times. I'm going to tell you the most evil step thing in the world. It has nothing to do with, you know what, I'm sick and tired of cooking foods that's just for her. Because that was already the lie when you said, I stopped buying her food because I want to buy my son food. So you was okay with buying your son the food that he wanted, but you tired of buying the food that you don't. So that's already a lie that you told upon yourself. But you specifically for one meal and one meal only cooked every damn thing that she don't like. Not one or two things, not a side dish, not the main course. You cooked every damn thing that she didn't like. Pound for pound. It was almost like you ripped the shit down and just went, now let me see if I can make a dish out of this. And lady, I'm going to tell you something perfectly clear. Pay close attention to what I'm saying, because people like this really pisses me off. Even if you got that girl to eat every dish that you wanted on her plate, you would have fucking replaced something else that she doing that you don't like. Because that's how people like you are. It's the food this week. Next week is something about her room or her clothing or who she hangs out with or the studying that she doing. You will replace it with something else. Now, I'm going to stop talking because I already know what the story is about. If y'all ain't mad at the last video, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah.